over now. The song is over now.
I miss Rene Russo.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to today's Rowdy.com Big Three Talking NASCAR with my friend, Buzz Cutler. My name is Bass Masters.
What is your voice changing? My friend.
My friend. What do we have today for issues?
Well, we have to start by talking about Greg Biffle's gas.
Yeah. He had some gas problems.
He had some gas problems.
Some gastrointestinal distress for Mr. Biffle.
We also had some fuel issues
Yeah.
in Las Vegas. The dude couldn't get a full gas tank to save his life.
This is maybe the first casualty of the new self-venting gas can. We knew it would be an issue because 6 guys over the wall making changes to the car, but not being able to get enough gas in the car really put Biffle behind the 8 ball with a very fast race car, got caught by the caution, lost a bunch of time on another stop. So on a day when he really did need a top 10, he ended up finishing like 28th. He's like 31st in the point standings. I mean, he's got a big hole to climb out of.
No other Roush Fenway Fords seem to be having issues. I assume they have the same pit crew coach.
Yeah,
for
but
all of them.
why do you think it's a structural issue? It's just a mistake. They screwed up.
Well, but they screwed up more than once.
Yeah, they screwed up more than once.
So I do think
like
it's
you haven't screwed up more than once.
I do think it's a structural issue.
No, it's not.
I do think it's a scheme issue, and I think it's I think it's something that Greg Irwin's going to have to deal with before Bristol.
Well, obviously they want to correct whatever mistake they made.
Why do you say it's not a structural issue?
Because everyone else on their team had no problems.
Right.
So what were they doing that was so very different? Nothing. They screwed up. They made a mistake.
So it's just all on the gas man. He just
the rest of the team.
He just
I don't know
up.
if someone else made him screw up, but yeah, pretty much.
Next issue is you want to talk about Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Don't you have to be encouraged?
Well,
the guy after the race basically said, you know, we ran whatever it was, 7th, and I'm a little bummed out because we could have run 5th. And he's right. He's absolutely right. The communication with Steve Letarte is good. He led the Hendrick Motorsports team at a downforce racetrack. Do not underestimate the significance of that.
I don't disagree with you. I'm just withholding judgment until
That's the
we're
smart thing to do, Cutler.
Until we're in the summer doldrums, right? And the what is the saying? The blush is off the peach. The bloom is off the rose.
I don't know about
right?
your peach. I don't.
Right, because now they still have the energy of it being new and wow, we're so excited to be together. When that all dissipates and perhaps the car, they miss the setup, which everybody does at some point in the season, let's see how it pans out. Can they maintain this rosy outlook? Can they maintain this performance?
For the
That's the key.
week in a row, the team didn't really have the best stuff, and they found speed together. I'm not saying that's it for the rest of the year and everything's good.
Let's move on to issue number 3, which is really a manufacturer's issue, Chevy versus Ford. In your top 5, you had 2 Fords and 3 Chevys, if I remember correctly, from Las Vegas.
Right.
Of course, none of those Chevys were Hendrick Motorsport Chevys unless you count Stuart Haas.
Well, Stuart Haas led the Chevrolet parade on Sunday. And what was interesting about that was that it reminded me a little bit of Richard Petty Motorsports and Roush Fenway last year when RPM found some stuff that Roush eventually needed to use to get their speed back. So is that happening with Hendrick? Jimmy Johnson wasn't good. Jeff Gordon not particularly fast. So I think Hendrick Motorsports might still have some work to do based on what I saw. The Fords, on the other hand, Biffle and Kenseth were casualties not of the speed in the race car, but other factors. Look at Marcus Ambrose's run, finishing 4th. That's enough to tell me the Fords have something for the downforce track as a manufacturer. That's going to stand them in good stead as we move on to places like Texas, Atlanta, and so forth.
Jimmy Johnson really hasn't been a factor this season yet.
Not
now,
really.
I count on Chad Knaus and Jimmy Johnson to be able to get it together and to find the speed in the race car as the season progresses. I'm not counting those guys out, but Carl Edwards is already there. Tony Stewart is already there. So Jimmy Johnson and the Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolets have some work to do.
Well, you don't want to show up to the party too early. And he'll be ready come playoff time. He'll be ready come playoff time.
Okay, Mr. Metaphor.
It's a good sign that these other guys are running well. It's a great sign for Ford in particular. All right, that's been your Rowdy.com Big Three for today. For Buzz Cutler, my name is Bass Masters. Do join us at Rowdy.com. A lot of good conversations going on there with our members. You can become one too, can't you?
Sure. If
it's fun.
Be a joiner.
Be a joiner.
Be a conformist.
Be part of the crowd.
Everybody's doing it.
Until next time, ta-ta.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is. Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.